Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. Hope you're all doing good. So in this particular video, we are going to see how to use Mailbox. Okay. So in our previous video, we have seen the theory part which is related to Mailbox. Now in this particular session, we will see with some example, we will create one driver or some monitor and we will see how this Mailbox works. Okay. So let me declare a module which is called as mailbox underscore example. And let me create a mailbox. So for creating a mailbox, I will use the keyword mailbox, okay, followed by the mailbox name, okay. Now, and let me create one more variable which is known as int data, okay. And within an initial beginning block, I will create the instance of my mailbox. Mbox is equal to new, okay. And I have created a unbounded mailbox. How it is an unbounded mailbox? I'm not mentioning any size. Okay, so that's why it's an unbounded mailbox. Now within a fork join block, what I will do, fork. About this fork join block also we have discussed in our previous session. If you haven't watched those, please watch that. So in that fork join block, what I will do, fork uh, begin for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, begin. What I will do, I will display the statement saying that producer sending data percentage d, or I will use percentage 0d, comma, I will close it, comma I. Okay, so what I am displaying, producer sending the data, comma I. So I will send the data through the mailbox mbox dot put. Okay, I'm using the blocking method. Put is a blocking method which we have discussed in our previous session also. Mbox dot put of I. So what I'm sending, I'm using a loop for I int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So I'm displaying sending the data. So first I will send 0, and next I will send 1, next I will send 2, 3, 4. Okay, like this. So this is my producer block. So let's say this is my producer or sender block. Okay, so I'm sending the data. Now let me end this, end, okay, and join followed by one more and end module. Okay, before ending the module, I should get the data. So within uh, another process, so let's take this process in the same forkgen block only. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, begin dollar display, or let us take so this is one thread, this is thread 1, the sending is happening in one thread. So let us end this thread here. Okay, and let us take one more thread with the help of begin. Okay, so this is thread 2. Okay, so we have two threads working in a fork join block. So this is thread 1 and this is thread 2. Okay, for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus dollar display. You can take like receiver receiving the data percentage d comma I. Okay, comma I, or sorry, receiving the data the keyword we will use the data, the variable. So here what I will do, I should receive the data mbox dot get of data. Okay, so the data will be stored in this particular variable data. Okay, so first I should write the statement above. After receiving the data only I can display it. I will write it above the display statement. Here I will write it. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm receiving the data and I'm displaying the data whatever I'm getting. Okay, and I'm ending this particular thread and ending the fork join block and ending the enter initial block. Okay, next I will end the module and module. Okay, so what I'm doing, let us see one more time. So first I have created a mailbox. The name of the mailbox is mbox, and I'm creating one more variable called which is data, and within an initial beginning block I'm creating the instance of my mailbox. Mbox is equal to new, and within a fork join block I'm taking two threads. Okay, this is thread 1. So in the thread 1 I'm sending the data with by using a for loop. Begin dollar display producer is sending the data mbox.put of I, and within another thread what I'm doing, I'm receiving the data. Okay, within a same module and in two different threads I'm doing this process. So this two different threads will be running parallelly. We have seen the fork join block, right? So in a fork join block that two threads will be running parallelly. Okay, now these two threads will be running parallelly, and the thread 1 is sending the data, that is putting the content in the mailbox, and thread 2 is receiving the content from the mailbox. Okay, now let us compile this and let us check whether we are getting the output or not. Compile, selected. Let me check what is the error we are getting. I'm expecting. Okay, one more end we should use. The end for second thread. Let me compile it again. Yes, compilation is successful. The module name is mailbox underscore example. Start simulation. Mailbox underscore example is the module name. Let me simulate it. Yeah, simulation is successful. Now let me run it and check. Yeah. So let me zoom this. So here we can see the producer sending the data 0, sending the data 1, sending data 2, sending data 3, sending data 4. And afterwards we will get receiver receiving the data 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so like this the mailbox, with the help of the mailbox, thread 1 and thread 2, two parallel processes are communicating with each other. And if you carefully observe, we are using a fork join block. Okay, we are using the fork join block, that is the two threads are running parallelly, but which thread is activating first, which thread is running first? The thread 1 is running first. Why? Because here the thread 2 wants to run first. Okay, parallel process, it is a parallel process. The thread 2 wants to run first, but if we see this get operation, first it will try to activate this get operation, but there is no content which is present here, so that's why it will wait for the data to be put by the sender. Okay, so that's why the thread 1 is executing first. After this thread 1 completed executing, the thread 2 will start its operation. Okay, so that's how the two parallel processes are running and communicating the data. So this was the example where the two processes are inside the same module.